Well, hello and welcome to Shaw TV's coverage of the 73rd Annual Alberni District Fall Fair Parade. We are your hosts, Nancy Wilmot and...
I'm Brent Ronning.
And Brent, we haven't been here for all 73 years, but we have done this parade a few times.
It was, well, 71 years.
Not to say we're old. It is a beautiful day out here. There was a little bit of rain threatening earlier on, but it wouldn't rain on us, would it?
No, we're holding it off. It's not happening.
It's not happening. Always such a good event. The parade is going to be starting in just a few minutes. Is there anything special you're watching for this year?
I'm watching for the Portal Players float.
Yeah.
Because I'm wearing my
Mushnik
and Sons shirt. You'll be seeing Little Shop of Horrors opening on October 19th at the Capitol Theatre.
Okay, that was a shameless plug. We better get back to our seats because the parade is about to start. Hope you enjoy it. And of course, the Royal Canadian Legion are leading the way. Royal Canadian Legion Branch 293. Legion Color Party and veterans of the branch. Coming up behind the Royal Canadian Legion, we have the West Coast Highlanders, pipes and drums.
You know, it's its 28th year in the Alberni Valley. They were formed in 1990. They participated in local and Central Island parades ever since.
And they have given me heck in the past for talking when they're here because they sound so beautiful. So spit it out fast, Brent, so we can just listen.
They've competed successfully in competitions around the island, placing first in grade 5 at the recent Campbell River Highland Gathering. Individual pipers did well, also bringing home several medals and trophies, and the individual members continue to play for dancing competitions, weddings, and other special events. And for information, phone Phil McKenzie, 250-723-9525.
Now, immediately behind the Highlanders Pipe Band, we have another part of the Royal Canadian Legion's participation. This is the float and the handy dart, carrying some of the veterans who perhaps don't want to walk quite as far. Proud veterans who have served our country. Royal Canadian Legion Branch 293, of course, is always looking for members. Wonderful organization, wonderful group of people to be involved with. Oh,
we have a bunch of people in the handy dart waving at us. They're all with Legion as well, right?
I think they are. They're doing some pretty cool dancing in there. Guys, you're going to see yourself on TV. I hope you're prepared for this. Immediately behind them, we have the Navy League.
Here's the Navy League Cadets. Now, they're a young youth organization for boys and girls ages 9 to 12. They learn all sorts of fun skills, include sailing, swimming, camping, first aid, water safety, survival.
And here is the Fall Fair chairman himself, Mr. Mitch Gardner, waving. Now that's a mighty snazzy Ford F100. You don't see those every day.
I never see those.
Oh, and this has to be the Fall Fair truck.
Is that the Fall Fair truck?
That's the Fall Fair truck.
I'm winning it this year.
Are you? It's your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, I'll back off. I am buying a ticket though. You just have to know. Hello. Kinsman President Dan Gibson, of course, the Kinsman Club, deeply involved with the Alberni District Fall Fair. They're singing for us.
Is that a Kinsman song?
I don't know. I've never heard it before, but it's pretty fabulous. Oh, here come the 4-H ambassadors. They went by pretty fast. 4-H, of course, is a wonderful club, well represented at the Alberni District Fall Fair. And I do believe this is the Hoopachesset First Nation.
Yes, it is.
We are
a contingent of youth here from Hoopachesset this year.
Wonderful contingent. We are, of course, on the unceded territory of the Hoopachesset and the Tishot First Nation. Look at
I came home from the fair with some of their maple syrup last night.
Did you? Amazing. Amazing. Clecoot maple syrup. What a wonderful float. And of course, the Hoopachesset are very active in the Alberni Valley with multiple business. It's not just Clecoot maple syrup. They've got trash and recycling pickup. I think I see a garbage truck coming here.
Yeah.
All sorts, too many. In fact, I'm going to wait until I go by because I don't have a full list and I don't want to miss anybody. But they've been very busy. Certainly have a lot of businesses operating in the Alberni Valley. And look at the effort they've put into decorating all their vehicles with cedar, with balloons. That's no small feat to have everybody up and at 'em and ready to be in the parade.
And that was a big group of local Hupecheset members.
Hupecheset Forestry, of course. Oh, with some very young foresters. Hello, girls. Hupecheset, yes. Now, those have to be the cutest foresters I've seen in a long time.
And that's where the extra cedar went.
That's where the extra cedar went. And here we have, the Hupecheset Canoe. Oh, with some very young, very proud paddlers.
He's wearing a wonderful cedar
shawl cape.
There,
yeah. Wonderful. Oh, and the youngsters' masks are lovely. They're just lovely. So this is the black canoe. There is the white canoe coming immediately behind. When I said they put an effort into this year, I wasn't kidding, Brent.
They came out.
They came out. This is major involvement. I see another cedar cape going by, cedar headbands.
And you have to stop by and see their booth at the Fall Fair. It's wonderful.
And that is in the commercial building, I think.
Yes,
is it not? Yes.
Center, yeah.
Stop by, taste that maple syrup. You know what? It really does taste different. And I think this is the end of the Hupecheset contingent.
Their community, what do they call that? A sprinter? What do they call those kind of vans?
I don't know, but it's busy. It moves community members around, picks people up, drops them off. I didn't count all the vehicles from Hupecheset, but that was a lot of them, Brent. Well done. I'm trying to squint. I'm trying to see if... Oh, and there is Mr. Gord Johns himself. He was kind of sprinting along.
He's walking the whole route.
Of course, a representative from Courtenay, Alberni, NDP MP, has an office here in town. I see Sarah Thomas with a bicycle. Gord Johns, of course, is a great supporter of bicycling.
Yes, and here's a fun fact. They were giving away free coffee at their booth at the Glenwood Center last night.
Okay, that is a fun fact.
Right?
Did you took the coffee
I
at
did.
night?
I
Did you sleep?
appreciated it.
Brent, did you sleep?
I went on the zipper afterward. So no, I didn't.
So no, you didn't. You can reach Gord at gord.johns@parle.gc.ca. Everybody's falling behind. You know, it's those Legionnaires were setting a fine pace at the beginning of this parade. They were much faster.
But we're also near the end of the route here, so people are getting tired.
They are getting tired out. It's true. Not Sarah Thomas, though. She's still cycling along, pulling a wagon full of signs. Oh my gosh, are they running out of candy before they get to us? Are you running out of candy? Water bottles. Now that's a wise thing to be given out. Oh. Hey, thank you very much. Oh, my pleasure. And you know what? If you complain, you get stuff. That's what... Hello, Mr. Gord Johns.
Good to see
MP
you.
on the run. Having fun. How about you?
A great weekend. How could I not be having fun? It's the best weekend of the year. It's the Fall Fair in the Alberni Valley. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hello. Port Alberni District Labour Council coming up right behind Gord Johns. And I hear the old-time fiddlers coming up behind the Port Alberni District Labour Council.
They've been in existence for more than 10 years, and they're branch 19 of the BC Old Time Fiddlers.
No, I never knew there was a branch.
They're part of a network. This year there are 30 members. They meet for practice at Abbeyfield every week.
Wow.
And they can be heard at Harbour Quay during the summer on Mondays from 1 to 2:30. They happily play for all the care homes, and they're bringing the joy of old-time music to residents. It's really wonderful.
And you know what? I think they just bring the joy of living to themselves by playing. I think it just is a wonderful thing because they so clearly love it.
And they got one of the tractors from the Alberni Heritage Society.
I do believe that is former Fire Chief Pete Getty's driving an International. I grew up on an international farm, so I always spot them. Yeah. Oh, and here they are, the Stage West School of Performing Arts.
Wow, they have classes of ballet, jazz, tap, contemporary, and hip hop for dancers ages 3 and up. This is wonderful. They're still smiling.
They're still smiling. Look at all the energy they've got. Oh my gosh. They were keeping up. These folks were keeping up. And could this be the toy run? I do believe it is. And you know what? It's only fitting that they're behind the youngsters, because everything this group does is for the kids. Port Alberni Toy Run has, of course, raised well over $1 million now for the kids of the Alberni Valley. Their big weekend is coming up next weekend. Plan your routes around the city, people.
And look, there's Santa Claus.
There he is. There he is. Woo. Now, this is a group that raises money, has so much fun. Gerard Jansen is Santa Claus. Oh, did I give it away? Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Port Alberni Toy Run for the kids of our community, $1 million and counting. Next weekend is when it's happening.
And here's a plug from my organization, Portal Players Dramatic Society, with our production of Little Shop of Horrors opening on October 19th. Tickets on sale now. We're doing a big gala fundraiser on Wednesday, October 17th as a preview. $50 for entry with all sorts of appies and food, red carpet, meet with the actors and cast, and you get a $25 tax receipt as well. And that's
Unbelievable.
all for the benefit of the new red curtains in the house.
If you haven't seen a production of The Little Shop of Horrors, you haven't lived. This is so much fun. Oh, free stuff, free stuff. Woo!
Anything to say about this production?
I am super excited. It's turning out well, and you should come see Little Shop. It's going to be fantastic.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
This is Beaver Creek Community Club. No, that's what they are. They're the Beaver Creek Community Club.
They've been around for 70 years, and you should check out the new playground that they built out at the end of Beaver Creek. It's just past Stamp Falls. It's a beautiful facility.
They've been doing so much. Oh, Mackenzie School of Dance, yet another one of our fine dance clubs in Port Alberni, known for Highland dancing, but they do so much more. This is a genuine hoedown, and I see a ribbon on that float. Is that a carrot with a hat on?
I believe it is. It's a carrot in a tutu.
A carrot in a tutu.
But never a carrot in a tutu.
You never know what you're going to see at the Fall Fair Parade. Wonderful float from the Mackenzie School of Dance. And here we have Byron Horner.
Federal conservative candidate, I believe.
With a car full of supporters right there. Here for the Fall Fair Parade. Everybody comes out for the Fall Fair Parade in Port Alberni. Dance School number 3, the Elite School of Dance. Oh my gosh, again, such energetic dancers. This is almost the end of the route, and look at these dancers move.
They even have
Loving the 50s vibe. Costumes are wonderful. Poodle skirts and all. And immediately behind them, we have Starfleet Alberni Deep Space.
From tribbles to triticale agriculture. That's always been part of Star Trek.
And this is a group that has so much fun, dressing up and getting together, supporting great causes around the valley.
Yeah,
oh my
and
gosh, look at these
members are
costumes.
always welcome.
Look at these costumes. Unbelievable.
They meet monthly, and details at Alberni Online and Shaw TV. They say, live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Those are fabulous costumes. Oh, and Canadian Cancer Society, we may not have an office, but we still have a phone service. Canadian Cancer Society, still available. And free transportation for cancer patients, operated by the Freemasons of BC.
And there is my favorite camel.
It's Jezebel.
And the Shriners.
The camel in the fez.
Oh, you know my weakness
hello.
for fez.
I know. Shrine Club number 34, Parksville, Qualicum, here with Jezebel and Jezebel's taxi in case the camel gets tired.
So the mission of the Geese the Shriners of the BC and Yukon is to serve the children of BC and the Yukon by growing the Shrine fraternity and providing innovative pediatric specialty care, world-class research, and outstanding medical education.
These aren't dancers, they're almost dancers. This is the Atss Cheerleader squad. Again, so much energy. They're gearing up for another season. These are athletes and they work hard promoting school spirit, supporting community events, and just having fun. Oh my gosh, watch this. It terrifies me when they do this.
Oh,
are they going to do it? There are no safety nets. Whoa. Whoa.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. Now that is school spirit. Oh, could you have done that?
No.
Me neither. Frankly,
Even when
me
I was
neither.
17, I couldn't have done it.
No, me neither. I would have been the one that hit the pavement. I know it. Oh, and here we have Port Alberni Special Olympics. One of my favorite groups. You know, if you want to find out about the goodness of human nature, you just go to a Special Olympics event. These are the sense of camaraderie, sense of sportsmanship.
It's wonderful, though, and I know that you do a lot of work and volunteer work for them too, Nancy.
They're a great group. Every cent raised goes towards getting the athletes to events. All volunteers, nobody gets paid in Special Olympics. Oh, look at this little guy sleeping on the route. And look at the ribbons on Brandy Pretty's chair. Oh my goodness. Oh, could this be the Alberni Valley Bulldogs? Could this be?
I believe it is. They're entering their 17th season with home opening game on September
holy.
14th.
Thank you. Of course, the Alberni Valley Bulldogs, our own Junior A hockey team, focal point in the community. Oh, and there is Jamie Amos. If there is one famous person involved with the Bulldogs, it is Mr. Jamie Amos. Walking the route with the boys. Good season coming up ahead. And bringing up the rear, Coach Matt Hughes, and of course, Tally Campbell, community favorite. And Casey Trott, I see Casey, who occasionally volunteers for us, taking photographs around the route. Oh, and this
here
is
we have the mayor, who's Mike Rattan, in a beautiful vehicle.
Beautiful vehicle. Nicely done. Now, that's a ride. That is a ride. And immediately behind the mayor, we have the Alberni Valley Hill Climbers Club. It's a quad club.
It is. Is this the Hill Climbers Club?
Yeah.
Oh.
What else would they be doing in those sweet
There's so much
rides?
to see in the back country around Port Alberni. And for a lot of people, this is the only way to access lakes, streams, and mountaintop views. And they want to protect their right to ride.
And you know what? You couldn't be in a more beautiful part of the world for exploring on a quad. My goodness.
Yeah, they're striving to improve the perceptions of the sport through advocating safe and environmentally responsible riding while working with all to the greater benefit of the sport.
And immediately behind them, we have the Salvation Army, neighbors serving neighbors. So many services offered by the Salvation Army. Many people know it for their thrift store, but they have all sorts of family services as well.
Yeah. I think we're getting into the Industrial Heritage Society.
Oh, we've got... Oh, Mr. David Hooper just informed us that it's actually the co-op that's coming up, but they have one of the Industrial Heritage Society's trucks because it's a 90-year-old truck, and the co-op is celebrating their 90th birthday. Now, that's a pretty fancy-looking truck for being 90 years old. I hope I look that good at 90. Oh, my goodness.
I see. 90 years of co-op, 90-year-old truck. It makes complete sense.
Makes complete sense now. But, you know, without Mr. Hooper, I wouldn't have known that. The co-op, of course, has a very large presence in the Alberni Valley. 3 stations, so many members. Not many people in the Alberni Valley who aren't a member. And look at this float. My goodness, they've got straw hats, they've got hay bales, they've got chocolate bars. I don't see anybody giving those chocolate bars out. Are we too late for that? Oh, look at this. They've got little cars. They've got everything.
And a puppy.
And a puppy.
Yawning puppy.
Oh, well, it's been a long parade for them. Oh, we've got a dinosaur. Dinosaur with a ribbon. Now that's...
And there's Dina time.
What
Blowing
a dino,
kisses
blowing
at me.
kisses.
And then she got run over by a Tyrannosaurus.
In boots. Fossil fuels. You know what?
Oh, I get
I love
it
it.
now.
I get it now. It took me a
Fossil
while.
fuels,
Took a while on the uptake. And one last big tanker truck from the Port Alberni Co-op. They've made a pretty darn good showing in this parade. Fossil fuels and a dinosaur. But are we? I don't know if we are. I think we're at the Vintage Tractor Club.
Oh, okay.
I think this is just a random, beautiful vintage vehicle that's been lovingly restored to its former beauty. And immediately behind that, we have the Vintage Tractor Club. Look at all these John Deeres. Oh my goodness. Never was there a farm with tractors looking this good, because these babies worked.
I take your word for this.
Believe me, they worked. Beautifully restored. This is such a labor of love for the ladies and gentlemen that restore these tractors. Look at their faces. They're so proud driving them.
They're beautiful.
They are beautiful. Now look at this.
White ribbon on that one. Is that a first place, second place of something?
I think a white ribbon is third. You know, I'm sorry, I don't have that information in front of me. I can't tell, but it's a pretty darn cute little tractor. Nicely done. It's amazing to me that these machines run so well, that they can be restored. Many of them would have been just rust heaps. They were taken, they were restored, not just to look pretty, but to run really well. And that's something. A little Ford.
That's an adorable little Ford.
Now, I gotta say, the only international I've seen today was ahead of the game, all their own. Other than that, it's been John Deere all the way. It's not often that these folks get to drive their machines. I think it's just a treat for them to be able to bring them out and show them off a little bit.
And Port Alberni loves to come out and see these tractors.
They always do.
It's such a rich part of our history here.
It is. And as the last John Deere goes past, we have the Industrial Heritage Society and Mr. David Hooper to talk about them.
Good morning, Nancy. Nice to see you here, and Brent. Hey, these are visitors from Duncan Forest Museum. That's Les Stewart, one of their stalwarts, with a 100-year-old truck, helping us celebrate 100 years of trucks. Les loves coming up here and taking part in our parade because it's better than Duncan. Here's another one from the Duncan Forest Museum, driven by Ron Cook, one of their locomotive engineers, a lovingly restored 52 Chev. And behind, we've got Mr. Wayne Crowley with a Model A, with his canvas water bag on the side. And behind, we've got a baby Euclid. And that's a project that we're going to do this winter. That is Bob East driving it. Yeah, baby Euclid, about 1960s. And if you look down there, you're going to see what we can do. Well, right behind it is a paper tractor, one of 3 built here in Port Alberni by Alberni Engineering. It's driven by Dan Jones. That's the only one left in the valley. Used to be for taking the paper rolls down to the paper dock. So there's the baby Euclid. He's got his earplugs in. That's Bob East. That's a fixer-upper. There's Dan Jones in the paper tractor, M&B colors. And behind it, that's our latest project. That was given to us on July the 20th. And look at it now. Our guys in 6 weeks have turned it into quite a showpiece. It was given to us by Onion Lake Logging, Greg Westbrook and his wife from Campbell River. All those Hayes insignias were donated in the last 4 weeks, and the side piece came from Northern Ireland. Somebody who used to work here sent that over because he knew we needed it to go on the truck. And driving that is Cliff West, I think. And last but not least, we've got a Volvo donated by Kingsley Trucking for our use, and on it is a Hayes Anderson logging truck. That's our oldest one, 1932, and it looks like MLA Scott Fraser is up in the cab, waving at the crowd. So we're pretty grateful to Kingsley Trucking for their support. So back over to you, Nancy.
David Hubert, thank you so much. As most of you know, Brent and I would just say, look at the yellow truck. So thank you for that. Now there are these about 3 or 4 folks on dirt bikes riding up and down. Oh, Scott Fraser. Of course, our MLA here for the parade. Not very often that our MLA and our MP miss a parade. Always lovely to see them out. Now, these folks know how to ride those bikes. I've seen them popping wheelies, and that littlest rider is just as cute as can be. There's Chrissy Thompson and Gary throwing kisses to the crowd. And of course, it's a tradition, fire engines.
All the fire engine.
Port Alberni Fire Department with ladder number 2 leading the way. Carrying some very young firefighters. What could be better than being in a parade in a fire truck?
And the lights, the flashing lights and the sirens.
And here we have BC Ambulance Service. Immediately behind them, we have the Cherry Creek Fire Department. Can you hear yourself think, Brent?
Are you talking to me, Nancy? I can't hear you.
Oh, yes, Jolly Ranchers. Woo. We're getting treats here. We're losing our concentration. Cherry Creek Fire Department coming along.
With Cherry Creek, and we have
Sprout Lake Fire Department.
and that's followed by Beaver Creek.
Red, yellow, green. You got to know them by color. Cherry Creek's red, Sprout Lake's white and yellow. Oh, Armand. Hello there, guys. Sprout Lake Fire Department, of course, has been serving the community since 1965. And let me just put a plug out there for volunteer firefighters. All of our volunteer departments are in need of members. You want to be a hero? Sign up today. And we're almost at the very end. Here we have Alberni District Fall Fair workers because, of course, this parade ends at the Fall Fair.
This looks like I've seen these young people last night. It's the environmental crew.
They're the cleanup crew, because you need that. What a great parade. Well, that is the end of the 73rd Annual Alberni District Fall Fair Parade. Thank you so much for watching. Did you have a good time?
I love this parade. That's why I come out every year to hang out with you, Nancy.
And thank you so much for volunteering. You've been doing this for, I don't know how many years.
A lot of years.
A lot of years. We couldn't do this kind of thing without volunteers. And you can't see him, but right behind the camera right now is Gerald Labute, who has been volunteering with us for 18 years, bringing you this parade, among other things. Thank you so much for watching.